4 in the morning. I don't know why I'm awake. And yet here we are. Hey guys, welcome back to Writing My Ass Off. I'm Ken, and today is Weigh-In Wednesday. I'm going to insert the clip of me recording the scale right now. Alright, so I'm not sure how well you can see it, but essentially the scale this morning said 357 pounds even, which means that from last week I actually lost 3.8 pounds, which makes my total weight loss up to this point 13.8 pounds, which is pretty damn good as far as I'm concerned. So what I'm going to talk about today is intermittent fasting. I've been doing intermittent fasting since last Weigh-In Wednesday. And I've got mixed results. There are good things and there are bad things. I'm going to kind of wander through. I don't really have a list to give like pros and cons. I'm just going to wander through because each idea kind of leads me to the next one. So I do want to start by saying that one of the pros of intermittent fasting is that I was doing 17 hours, and after 15 hours of fasting, during those last 2 hours, I was kind of at my peak. I was awake. I was mentally kind of jacked up. My workouts at that time were also probably the best workouts I've done so far, which is pretty amazing. I mean, I was stretching farther. I was on point, much closer to on point than I have been in the past. But that leads me to the next point, is that I didn't work out as much this week as I have been. Jump cut. I didn't work out as much this week as I have been. I was honestly exhausted. Everything, I didn't sleep well. I was just tired. I was tired a lot more than I have been. So I only worked out like 4 days maybe this last week, maybe even 3. I don't know. I didn't keep track. I kept to my diet, and I wasn't like stagnant. I didn't just sit on my ass all day, but I didn't do an actual scheduled workout. And if I had kept 6 days of workout, I probably would have lost another 5 pounds this week. But comparing that to what I've been doing previously, it's not what I expected from intermittent fasting. I expected to see higher numbers than that. Shh! It's vlog time. Shh! It's vlog time. One thing I did notice is that I'm still trying to eat 2,000 to 2,500 calories. I'm trying to eat at least 2,000 calories every day. And it was really hard. It's really hard to cram 2,000 calories into a 7-hour window without feeling bloated or eating just straight up garbage. And basically what I did was I started at noon. I would have a huge lunch, like 800 to 1,000 calories. And then I was just full, stuffed full. And then it was really hard to eat anything else until like 6 o'clock, and then I would try and cram in as many calories as I could, but I definitely came in under my calories most days this week, and I think that leads to me being more tired the next day, because I didn't get enough calories. My body's trying to catch up. So that's one of the things I didn't enjoy about the intermittent fasting. I think that if you were in pretty good shape, if you only need to lose 5 or 10 pounds, if you were okay with taking a week and dropping your calories way down, I think intermittent fasting would be great. If you could get into the gym every day and you only need to eat like 1,200 or 1,500 calories, But with what I'm doing, it just didn't work. I don't think at the beginning of your weight loss journey, intermittent fasting is super helpful because it's not something that I could do permanently. Now, previously, a couple years back, I did do intermittent fasting. I did it for about 90 days. I definitely lost weight, and it helped me to keep my calories down, but it's not something that I could do forever. And one thing I'm trying to do with this lifestyle change, with this diet, is I'm trying to not make myself miserable. And this week, honestly, was the hardest week for me. And it was kind of miserable. I mean, my mood went from here, where I've been since I started losing weight, and it just came way down, way down. My mood was down, my appetite was down, I wasn't feeling great, I was tired. It was kind of a bummer. I don't think I'm going to do it. I might throw in a day here or there if I'm worried about not cutting any weight or whatever, but I think that this is something that is meant for people who are trying to clean off the edges of their diet, and I'm not at that point. I'm not at the edges of my diet. I'm at the beginning. I'm in the middle, and I still got so much more to go. I'm not at a point where I can eat 1,500 calories a day comfortably, and I don't eat a ton of garbage. Even though I'm not on a real restrictive diet, I eat fruits, I eat vegetables, I eat chicken, sometimes tuna, or like a turkey sausage. I don't eat a lot of red meat. I don't eat, soda. I'm not eating candy or cakes or whatever. So, yeah, it just didn't work out for me. This is only my opinion. This is only the things that I've been through. For some people, it could be perfect. In my opinion, it's not right for starting out, just for me, because I don't want to, if I was in that mood for more than a week, I would be on the road to failing. I know I would. I'm willing to admit that to myself. If I was down and hungry and tired, you go that 17 hours or however long you're fasting for, you go that time and then you eat your first meal and then you crash. And this is not just me. I have actually looked into it. And basically what that is, when we were cavemen or whatever, our bodies were made to survive well and be well sustained by essentially hunting, finally catching something, eating something, and then sleeping until it was time to hunt again. So essentially what I would do is I would eat at noon, and by 2, I just wanted to go to bed. I just wanted to crash, and I don't like feeling that way. I'm a guy who's always woken up early, and I go to sleep fairly early. I'm usually up between 5 and 7 in the morning, and I go to bed between 10 and 12 at night. And it works pretty well for me, but this last week was rough. And so I wouldn't recommend it if you are just starting your diet journey. I could be wrong. Go listen to other people. There are other YouTubers. There are books. There are so many things about intermittent fasting that you can find from smarter people than me. I'm not a dietitian. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not an exercise therapist. I'm not anything. I'm not any of those things. I'm just a fat guy who's trying some stuff out. And as far as that goes, this fat guy did not get much benefit from intermittent fasting. I kind of spent the week unhappy and miserable, and it was hard to exercise, it was hard to do things, but I was up also because I kind of expected my weight loss to be higher than it has been. I'm not complaining. Almost 4 pounds is a huge loss. I'm still only expecting to lose about 2 pounds a week, so I still haven't even dropped down to where I'm expecting to be. But because of how unhappy I was making myself, usually when you're making yourself that unhappy in a diet and exercise program, you're working and getting those pounds off. But that did not happen. So, All right, those are my feelings. This is a long, kind of rambly video. As far as intermittent fasting goes, for some people, I'm sure it's great. For me, it's not working out. You should look into it. I wouldn't do it long term. I don't think it's a good idea to do long-term intermittent fasting. I think it's really restrictive. And when you're trying to lose weight, getting super restrictive and making too many things off limits makes it so that you're much more likely to fail. I've seen it. I've known other people who've gone through it, and I have gone through it so many times. So those are my thoughts. I'm going to end this one before it becomes an insanely long video. I'm going to have to edit some of this because I went a little bit nuts in here. But I'm feeling great today, man. I did lose almost 4 pounds this week. That's amazing. I'm up to almost 14 pounds, 13.8 pounds lost since I started. That's amazing. My pants are already getting loose. I wore a hoodie that I usually wear hoodies, but one of the hoodies I wore yesterday I haven't been able to wear in over a year, and it was comfortable. I'm feeling good. I'm moving. I'm doing great. And today I got to eat from the time I woke up and have cream in my coffee, which means I didn't get all the heartburn. That's another negative, is that when I woke up and had my coffee, I had to have it black because I wasn't supposed to be taking in any calories. And man, that gives me heartburn. So anyways, I hope you guys are doing really well. I hope you're staying motivated. Keep checking in. Let me know what you think. If you've got a channel, please tell me about it. I would like to talk to you. I would like to see how you're doing and what you're going through. And hit me up. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and comment. Let's talk. Yeah, that's it for this weigh-in Wednesday. Another 3.8 pounds. I'm moving, man. I'm not going to stop. Keep your head up. Stay motivated. Thanks for watching. Bye.